Can a scandal become the foundation stone of a multi-billion-dollar empire? Imagine going from starring in a leaked intimate video to appearing on Forbes' richest list and even attracting Wall Street's attention. It sounds like a movie plot, but it's the real life of a family that redefined the business of fame. This is the story of Kardashian Inc., a saga where scandals, beauty, and marketing were mixed to create an unprecedented empire in pop culture. Origins and social capital. Long before the glamour of Hollywood, the Kardashian surname had already made headlines. The mastermind of the clan, Kris Jenner, knew how to turn his social circle into a foundation of opportunities. In 1994, her then ex-husband, lawyer Robert Kardashian, was part of the legal dream team in the trial of the century, the O.J. Simpson case. That process had half the world glued to the television, and one of the names that emerged from there was Kardashian. Robert was a close friend of O.J. and became a well-known figure in defending him at trial. Kris, on the other hand, was a confidant of Nicole Brown, the victim, living the drama from another angle. That media event taught Kris the power of public attention. If a surname could become famous overnight for being in the right or wrong place, why not capitalize on it? After the trial, Kris continued to move in the spheres of show business. Divorced from Robert and married in 1991 to former Olympian Bruce Jenner, later Caitlyn, she had a plan for her eldest daughters, Kourtney, Kim, and Khloé, to introduce them to Hollywood society. In the early 2000s, Kim Kardashian began appearing alongside the youth elite of Los Angeles. She was a friend and assistant of heiress Paris Hilton, with whom she shared parties and even an appearance on the reality show The Simple Life. She also worked as a stylist for singer Brandy Norwood, which connected her to the circle of musicians and celebrities. That's how she met Ray J, Brandy's brother. These friendships with Paris, Nicole Richie, Brandy, and other celebrities gave the Kardashians valuable social capital. Kris understood that before selling any product, they needed to get noticed. And boy, would they succeed. Intimate video and the birth of the media empire. The year 2007 marked a before and after. In February, a scandal exploded that, instead of sinking the family, catapulted her to global fame. An intimate video of Kim Kardashian with her then-boyfriend, R&B singer Ray J, has been leaked. Overnight, Kim went from being Paris Hilton's friend to making tabloid covers around the world. In the face of the crisis, Kris Jenner proved her coolness as a negotiator. Kim sued the distributor Vivid Entertainment to stop the broadcast, but finally reached an out-of-court settlement for about $5 million. The film, commercially renamed Kim Kardashian Superstar, was released to the public. Many suspected that the family itself orchestrated everything to obtain publicity, a rumor that Kris has always denied, but whether planned or not, the effect was undeniable. The Kardashian surname became synonymous with media scandal. Far from hiding an embarrassment, Kim took advantage of the attention to build her image. In interviews, she acknowledged that she was hurt by the exposure, but that public vulnerability only increased the public's curiosity. Kris, always in charge, repeated his mantra, "Turn advertising, good or bad, into opportunity." That same year, almost taking advantage of the momentum of morbidity, the family got their own reality show. It was demonstrated that infamy could be transformed into a lucrative brand. The banned video, instead of destroying it, was the spark that ignited the engine of a media empire. Reality TV as a family startup. With the spotlight on them, in October 2007, Keeping Up with the Kardashians was released by E! Entertainment. What started as a simple home reality show became the cornerstone of the family business. Kris Jenner, now officially momager, mother and manager, made sure that each episode featured her children not only as people, but as future brands. The formula was simple but effective. To show their daily life, arguments, laughter, tears, reconciliations, in an entertaining way, almost like an involuntary comedy. The audience was hooked, waiting every week for the new occurrence or drama of the most famous family in Calabasas. Behind the scenes, Kris orchestrated a business strategy. The program served to promote their first ventures. The sisters opened clothing boutiques called DASHS, and there were cameras filming openings and shopping. Every time a Kardashian mentioned a product on screen, a lipstick, a cream, a garment, sales of that item skyrocketed. Soon, several spin-offs arrived in different cities and formats, further expanding the presence of the clan. The family was able to license his name on all kinds of merchandise: Kardashian perfumes, autobiographical books, and even a popular mobile video game by Kim that generated millions of dollars. Keeping up with the Kardashians wasn't just a show, it was the central marketing hub of the Kardashian brand. The reality show maintained its success for 14 years, with 20 seasons until 2021, a record in the genre. But the phenomenon did not end there. In 2022, they returned in streaming format with The Kardashians on Hulu, demonstrating their ability to reinvent themselves. With a more careful production but the same premise, to follow every relevant step of their lives, they continued to attract viewers. This model of reality as a family startup showed that his life was the business itself, and as long as there was interest in his day-to-day life, there would be new ways to monetize it. Profit from the image. For the Kardashian Jenners, physical appearance is not superficiality, it is an investment. From an early age, Kim and her sisters understood that their bodies and faces could be their best advertising. Diets, plastic surgery, aesthetic treatments, everything was on the table to achieve a hyperbolic ideal of beauty, pronounced curves, flawless skin, harmonious features that they would later capitalize on. An illustrative case is Kylie Jenner. From a teenager self-conscious about her thin lips, she went on to sport a voluminous mouth that set a trend. After admitting to getting cosmetic fillers, Kylie launched her own Kylie Lip Kit in 2015, a set of lipstick and eyeliner designed to mimic her look. The product sold out in seconds. With that move, she turned a personal insecurity into the germ of Kylie Cosmetics, a company that would make her a millionaire by selling fans the promise of looking like Kylie. Kim Kardashian, for her part, transformed her famous figure into another source of income. Accustomed to wearing corsets and girdles to slim her waist, garments that she promoted on social networks, she decided to create her own brand. In 2019, she launched SKIMS, a line of shapewear and shapewear designed to enhance female shapes. The brand took off with enormous success, to the point of reaching multi-million-dollar valuations a few years later. Of course, profiting from the image has its controversial side. The Kardashians have been criticized for selling unattainable ideals without mentioning the tweaks behind their appearance. They've stumbled. They promoted quick-trim diet pills that earned them lawsuits for false advertising, and they even got on board with questionable fads like crypto. Kim was fined in 2022 for failing to disclose that a post about a token was paid for. Even so, its power to monetize the image is still practically unparalleled. Branding, emotional manipulation, and sales. The success of the Kardashian Jenners is not only built with products, but also with emotions. They understood the business of self-esteem. First, they make you feel that you need to improve, be more beautiful, trendier, fitter. Then they sell you the solution to achieve it. It is the maxim of create the problem and offer the cure applied to perfection. In their reality shows, we often see them admit insecurities or complexes and then, voila, they present the public with a new lipstick, a cream, or a supposedly foolproof exercise plan. A milestone of that strategy was the phenomenon of Kylie's lipstick. Millions of young people with thin lips saw Kylie Jenner sport a thicker, more desirable mouth, and when she launched her lip kit, they rushed to buy it in hopes of getting a little piece of that confidence. Behind a simple cosmetic was a powerful message. With this, you will look and feel as attractive as we do. The formula worked so well that in 2019 Forbes crowned Kylie as the youngest self-made billionaire, thanks to her company's meteoric growth. Although the magazine later retracted it on suspicion that the figures were exaggerated, by then the legend had already been created. Emotional branding is seen in how they share aspects of their private lives to sell an idea. They show us their vulnerabilities and then launch products supposedly designed to address them. If Kim cries because she feels overwhelmed, she soon advertises her loungewear line to be comfortable at home and take care of your well-being. If Khloé talks about healthy habits, it doesn't take long until she promotes food supplements. The audience feels that they grow with them and trust their recommendations as if they came from a friend. That trust, cultivated episode by episode and post by post, translates into millionaire sales. In the Kardashian universe, every tear or confession builds connection, and the connection sells. The Kardashian financial machine. Behind the facade of television glamour, the Kardashian Jenners manage a business empire of enormous scale. What started out promoting other people's products evolved into owning companies worth hundreds or billions of dollars. Kylie Cosmetics is iconic. It started by selling limited production lipstick kits online and eventually attracted industry giants. In 2019, Kylie sold 51% of her company to Kourtney Inc. for $600 million, officially establishing that her brand was worth around $1.2 billion. With the stroke of a pen, the corporate world had to take seriously the business model born on social networks. Kim Kardashian was not far behind either. Its SKIMS brand has broken records in the modeling clothing sector. In 2023, it reached valuations of several billion after receiving external investments and plans to expand with physical stores and new product lines. Kim went from shooting homemade ads to rubbing shoulders with Wall Street investors who trust his entrepreneurial instincts. The rest of the clan also pitched in. Khloé co-founded jeans brand Good American, Kourtney created her wellness platform Poosh, and Kendall launched her 818 Tequila, to name a few. Each one has been able to find profitable niches by relying on the powerful family umbrella. A common factor is their gigantic reach on social networks. Together, they have more than 1 billion followers on Instagram alone. That massive audience allows them to launch products directly to consumers without intermediaries. A simple ad on their profiles can get a new company off the ground or crash the sales web due to demand. In the attention economy, they have built a perfect mechanism where likes become customers and trends become transactions. Many multinationals would envy the efficiency with which this clan turns popularity into real profits. Relationships as media levers. In the Kardashian story, love and sentimental drama became another marketing tool. Each romantic relationship of the clan was a media event that boosted their fame and, therefore, their businesses. Kim Kardashian's fleeting marriage to NBA player Kris Humphries in 2011 is a clear example. They broadcast the wedding in a special watched by millions, and then announced the divorce just 72 days later. Many called it a publicity stunt, but it achieved its goal of keeping the Kardashians on everyone's lips. Later, Kim's love life reached another level with her union with Kanye West. Kimya fused reality TV royalty with music royalty. Their dream wedding and their constant appearances in the media became part of the show. Although the marriage ended in 2021, for years they were a power couple that raised Kim's profile in the world of high fashion and even politics. Kylie Jenner has also seen her relationships in the spotlight. Her romance with rapper Travis Scott generated constant headlines, especially with the birth of their daughter, Stormi, in 2018. Kylie handled that development to her advantage. She kept her pregnancy a secret, increasing the anticipation, and then revealed the arrival of her baby with a video that went viral. Every up and down with Travis, and any new love in his life, fuels the public's interest, an interest that often translates into more attention to his companies. Even emotional stumbles have become content. When Khloé Kardashian faced the infidelities of her partner Tristan Thompson, she allowed the cameras to document her anguish and her healing process. That exposed pain earned him empathy from the audience and became part of the narrative of his show, proving that even the most bitter experiences can be recycled into support and audience. In short, the Kardashians have made their love life an extension of their show business. Weddings, breakups, and reconciliations operate as covert marketing campaigns. Personal traumas that would be private for anyone, they turn into seasonal episodes. This keeps the audience emotionally invested in their lives, and therefore in everything they promote. Talent or manipulation? The Kardashian phenomenon raises a debate. What do we mean by talent in the age of networks? For their advocates, the talent of these sisters lies in their business acumen, their charisma in front of the camera, and their astuteness in turning their name into a synonym for success. To their critics, they epitomize the culture of being famous for being famous, exploiting sensationalism without providing classical art or skill. Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. There's no denying that the Kardashians are innate strategists. They have understood the business of attention like few others. They anticipated trends. They opted to show their real lives before the influencer boom, adopted Instagram as a commercial showcase before many traditional brands. They knew that the constant controversy would keep them current. Every time the attention wanes, they find a way to get it back. Whether it's with an internet-breaking photo, a radical makeover, or a calculated leaked story. That ability to generate interest at will is a type of talent, although some people are uncomfortable calling it that. Is it also manipulation? They certainly control their narrative with a steady hand, dosing what is shown and what is hidden to maximize impact. They have been accused of promoting superficiality and materialism, and it is true that their influence has set unrealistic standards of beauty. In the end, the Kardashians are a mirror of the society that consumes them. They prove that in the 21st century, attention equals capital. Their success forces us to rethink what we consider merit. They worked hard, yes, but working on themselves as a product. We may like it or not, but they achieved something unprecedented, to be architects of their own fame and squeeze every drop of it in the form of dollars. Present. To this day, the Kardashian Jenners continue to reinvent themselves to stay on top. Kylie Jenner, 28, expanded her empire beyond makeup. In 2023, she launched Kai, her own clothing brand, whose first collection sold out instantly. Personally, Kylie once again made headlines by starting a high-profile romance with actor Timothée Chalamet, uniting the world of Hollywood with that of the networks, and proving that every step of hers continues to be world news. Kim Kardashian, at 45, balances motherhood with new professional facets. SKIMS continues to boom. By 2024, the company launched menswear lines and plans to open physical stores, consolidating Kim as a CEO with a global reach. She surprised many with her acting debut in American Horror Story, 2023, and co-founded a private investment fund, SKKY Partners, to formally venture into financial business. In addition, she is moving forward with her goal of becoming a lawyer. She passed the difficult initial law exam in California and works on court reform cases, a turn unthinkable years ago that adds seriousness to her public profile. Kendall Jenner has consolidated her supermodel career and has complemented it with her own ventures. Her 818 Tequila gained international popularity, competing in the hotly contested celebrity spirits market, and Kendall expanded her personal brand into wellness by collaborating with sportswear brands and sharing her approach to healthy living on social media. She is still the face of major fashion campaigns, but also an entrepreneur who capitalizes on her lifestyle. The Kardashian Jenner brand as a whole remains very active. His reality show continues on Hulu with new seasons, already including some of his children, the next generation of the dynasty. At the same time, they have conquered platforms such as YouTube and TikTok, where they connect with young audiences through vlogs, viral challenges, and more spontaneous content. It's 2025, and those women who emerged from a scandal in 2007 are now established entrepreneurs. Far from fading, the Kardashian surname continues to set trends and adapt to each new fashion and medium that appears. Final thoughts. By going through the Kardashian Incorporated saga, it is clear that fame and fortune can go hand in hand, although the path to achieve them is controversial. How much of his empire is due to authentic merit, and how much to taking advantage of the system? Surely a little of each. They are, without a doubt, the most complete example of modern media capitalism, the one in which attention is the most coveted commodity. They have challenged the traditional canons of making a living. Instead of a resume full of degrees, they built a resume of scandals and virals and transformed it into real ventures. There are those who argue that its rise was only possible in an era obsessed with celebrity and image, but many other figures had scandals or reality shows and faded away. The Kardashians, on the other hand, remained and grew. Maybe they don't act or sing, but they understood how to make money with our attention, with our clicks, and with our insecurities. In a world where ideals are sold by delivery, the Kardashians set up the most profitable business of all, turning image into capital. And you, Would you pay to look like a filter?